Hey, in Carolina, let's go stay right to the point. Are you one of the lucky beneficiaries who got a big retroactive lump sum payment from the Social Security Administration in regards to the passage and signing into law of the Social Security Fairness Act back at the beginning of 2025? Well, if you happen to be one of those people, first off, congratulations. That is very, very exciting. But get ready and please let me enlighten you in this video because the fun is just about to get started. Now, to be fair, I'm actually being a little bit sarcastic right now, but seriously, you are in a little bit of a predicament, even though you got a ton more money in that nice big retroactive payment, which averaged about $6,710 was the retroactive payment that went out, plus the huge boost to beneficiaries in your monthly benefit checks that started back in April of 2025. Again, a lot more money. But you know how the saying goes, sometimes more money equals more problems. I know this might sound strange to bring up right now, especially when many people are still celebrating, but I need to walk you through what could be happening as we cross into 2026. For full transparency, I'm recording this video at the very end of 2025, and that timing matters because along with that extra money many of you received thanks to the Social Security Fairness Act, there's something else quietly tagging along. And no, it's not just your friends, family, or neighbors suddenly paying more attention to your finances. You already know who I'm talking about. Uncle Sam. Yes, he wants a piece of it too. And before you roll your eyes, hear me out. I've got the official information right here, and I'll put it on the screen in just a moment. The reality is, some people may be facing a surprise tax bill because of those retroactive Social Security payments. I hate being the one to rain on the parade and say, remember that money you finally got after waiting all these years? Yeah, the government may want a chunk back. But ignoring this could lead to a very uncomfortable shock later. So let me break down exactly what you need to know as we head into 2026, how this money could be taxed and what you should prepare for, especially if you're thinking, wait a second, I've been shorted for years and now that I finally get what I'm owed, I'm supposed to give some of it back? Stay with me, because this part matters more than most people realize. You mean I have to pay a bunch of this back? Yeah, a lot of people are going to have to pay a lot of taxes on this. Anyway, let's pop this up right here, right now. Here is just a nice little summary that I got off of Google, by the way. But I want to explain this. Feel free to take a look through this. Here's what it comes down to. Your income, as in your combined income, whether you're single or married, filing a joint federal return, we need to look at your combined income, as in what is your total income. Now, first off, before I get into this, I just want to say this very clearly. I'm not your accountant. This is not accounting advice. This is not tax advice. This is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Talk to your own CPA, their own person that knows your tax situation. That's not me. I'm just saying, please be very aware of this. Anyway, here's what you need to be aware of. If you are a single individual, we need to look at your combined income. If you have income under $25,000, you've got nothing to worry about. Well, okay, I don't know your situation. I'm just saying in general, you've got nothing to worry about from a taxation standpoint. However, if you are a single filer and you have income between $25,000 and $34,000, if your income is between that range, again, your combined income, your Social Security benefit could be taxable. Well, I should say 50% of your Social Security benefit could be taxable. Now, let me clarify. Not a 50% tax bracket or a 50% tax of your benefit, but rather 50% of your benefit would then be taxable on the federal level. Okay, you got to remember as well, states also have taxes on your Social Security. Not all states, a handful of states still have taxes on Social Security benefits. The majority don't, but some still do. Now, if you're still that single filer and if you have income over $34,000, now up to 85% of your Social Security benefit is taxable. Again, not an 85% tax rate, but rather 85% 85% of your benefit is taxable. Okay. That means you could potentially be paying a lot of money in taxes to the federal government because of all that money that you received. Okay. And again, I'm not trying to crash the party here. I'm just saying, please be very aware of this. Now, we got to talk about a joint filer. If you are married, filing a joint return, guess what? If your income is below $32,000, well, you've got nothing really to worry about when it comes down to taxation of your benefit. However, if you're a joint filer and you have income between $32,000 and $44,000, now 50% of your benefit or up to 50% of your benefit is now taxable on the federal level. That's nasty. But it gets even worse. If your income is over $44,000 as a married couple filing a joint federal return, up to 85% of your benefit is now taxable. And again, not an 85% tax rate, but rather 85% of your benefit is taxable. So that means you could be paying a lot back to the federal government in the form of taxation of your benefit because of simply the passage and the signing into law of a piece of legislation that is essentially stiffed you and your benefit for many, many years now that you got a big retroactive payment from Social Security earlier in 2025. Plus you got the higher benefit basically starting in April forever. Now, all that extra money that you received out of Social Security in 2025 may push you into a category where now you need to pay taxes on your Social Security benefit. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but wait, I thought they eliminated taxation of Social Security benefits in the big tax cut bill over the summer. No, they did not. Taxation on Social Security is still very much a thing. They did not eliminate taxation of benefits, even though you continue to see all of these people saying we eliminated taxes on Social Security. And I keep coming back and saying, no, they did not. They did not. They legally could not eliminate taxation on Social Security because it was a reconciliation bill. Social Security cannot be reformed in a reconciliation bill. It's illegal. They cannot do it. Okay. My point being is that they did add the additional $6,000 and $12,000 senior deduction to help offset your taxable income from the federal government. So that'll reduce your tax liability. It'll increase your deductions above and beyond the standard deduction. It'll give you an extra $6,000 or $12,000, plus there's other deductions again. So it's going to reduce your overall tax liability, but did not eliminate Social Security taxation. Does that make sense? Okay. So anyway, long story short here, if you happen to be one of the lucky beneficiaries of the Social Security Fairness Act that was passed and signed into law way back in the beginning of January 2025, and if you got all kinds of extra money, well, the money that you've been due for years out of Social Security, if you finally got that, I just want you to be aware. Well, now it's time for the IRS to come a knocking, and they're probably going to want some of that money back. Okay, just want you to be very aware of this. Now, obviously, I don't know your situation. I'm using general statements here in this video. For the bulk of people, everybody's situation is going to be very, very different. But this is just what you got to be prepared for, okay? There are significantly more deductions for you when you file your 2025 tax return in 2026. Again, like the $6,000 and $12,000 senior deduction, the higher standard deduction, some other things as well. So if you're individual, you could easily wipe off over $20,000 right off the top of your income. If you're a married couple, you could easily deduct well over 40 grand of your income as an initial deduction. But again, if your income's above that, just be ready. because you probably have some tax liability on that, okay? And then again, remember there's a few states that also tax Social Security, which I still think is pathetic. I feel like leave the seniors alone. I don't know why these handful of states still need to go after seniors for a little bit of money. It just sounds very pathetic to me, like they're that hard up for cash, these states, that they need to go after seniors for money. I don't know. It seems very pathetic. They've already taxed the crap out of you your entire life, and now they're coming back for more. I don't know. It just seems like leave the seniors alone for once. Leave them. Live their life. You know what I mean? And that's exactly why I'm here for you. My goal is simple: to make sure you understand what's really going on and how it affects you. If this helped clear things up even a little, then we did our job today. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that big subscribe button. It's 100% free, and it helps you stay ahead of these updates. Don't forget to share this video with anyone who might need this information too, because the right info at the right time makes all the difference. And with that said, enjoy the rest of your day, stay safe, and happy holidays, as I'm recording this right at the very end of December 2025. If you're watching this in 2026, yes, this still matters, and it could directly affect you. That's exactly why staying connected here is so important. If this video helped you even a little, don't wait. Hit the subscribe button right now so you don't miss critical updates like this. Share this video immediately with friends, family, or anyone who depends on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI. One share could save someone a lot of stress. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you. Stay alert, stay informed, and I'll see you again very soon in the very next update. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, legal advisor, or government representative. All information shared is based on publicly available sources and personal interpretation at the time of recording. Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and related programs may change at any time. For official and up-to-date information, always consult the Social Security Administration or a qualified professional.